Okay, this review is for the HAVIT Magic Eagle HV-KB562CM gaming keyboard and mouse combo set. Let me start off with a look at the keyboard and mouse here. 10 key, you have your media keys as the function row by holding down that FN button. Pull up the calculator and other media controls like that. And then you have your mouse here. So the build quality, all of it everywhere is plastic, and the mouse is fairly lightweight. It doesn't feel too lightweight though. It does have a nice braided cable. You can see that there. It feels comfortable. It's a little bit bigger than my Logitech MX518, so I'm still getting used to it a little bit. If you do need to get inside, there is a screw underneath the label there that you kind of have to poke through to get at, and then a screw underneath each side of the little feet there. Once you take those 3 screws out, then you can get into the mouse. I had to get in there to fix a little piece that broke off, and rather than sending it back and waiting all that shipping time, I just decided to super glue it, and it works fine. One complaint I do have, it's not really a complaint, more of just something I need to get used to, but the right mouse button seems to click very easily. I find myself accidentally clicking it at times, but I'm sure once I get used to it, it'll be just fine. The other thing is you can't choose the color of the mouse. If you turn the lights on, it will just cycle through the colors like so. So you can either let it breathe the colors or hold both side buttons and press the DPI button to turn the colors off completely. It's always going to have a red glow to it though from the optical light, and the color will change depending on what DPI you have it set to. Red is the lowest DPI, and then cycling through there, pink will be the highest DPI. I like to keep mine on red or purple depending on what game I'm playing. But that's the mouse. Pretty standard mouse. It works pretty well. It does have nice grooves on the side for your fingers to rest, and an overall nice feel to it. So for the keyboard, on the back side of it, there's not much there, just your feet if you want to stand it up. And here's your label. You can see the model there upside down, but I have to say I do like the feel of the keys. They are a rubber dome. Maybe I can take a key off here real quick and show you. I think it's supposed to come with a little tool to help you take the keys off, but mine either didn't have one or I lost it. I don't know which. So if you can see there, it is a rubber dome down in there. But unlike my razer lycosa, that's also a rubber dome, these ones feel more mechanical than they do rubber dome. They don't feel as mushy as my Razer keyboard did. So they do have a nice feel when typing on them. Another thing I need to get used to on this keyboard is the enter key is laid out differently than a standard. So it's not a elongated enter key. I find myself hitting the slash button a little bit more than normal, but that's something that I can get used to over time. You can turn the lights on and off with this button there, and if you hold the FN button and press it, you'll change it to breathing mode, and from there you can hold the FN button and press either the minus or the plus key, and that'll slow down the breathing or speed it up and make the breaths shorter. And then you can also hold the FN button and press page up or page down to turn the brightness up or down. There's 3 levels: fully, a little bit dimmer, and then off. The backlight is nice, but there's 2 main complaints I have about it. One is a fairly minor complaint, and I knew it going into the keyboard, but you can't change the colors. They are how they are, and that's how they stay. You can't change them to be all one color or anything like that. And then my second complaint is probably my biggest complaint of the keyboard. The keys, they're not see-through, so when it's dark in the room, the backlight doesn't do anything. You can't read the keys at all. In fact, it puts a glare on it, so it makes it even harder to see the keys if you were trying to use the light from your computer monitor to see the keys. So that would be my biggest complaint. I like the backlight to be able to see the keys, and if I take my hand off the keyboard, I can quickly go back to whichever keys I want. But with this keyboard, the backlight is really just aesthetics. It doesn't help you see the keys at all. And that would be my biggest complaint. There are a couple other neat features, like you can, I forget which buttons you press, I'd have to look it up again, but you can change WASD and the arrow keys. So I think it's if you hold the FM button and press W, it'll change it to where WASD acts like the arrow keys, and the arrow keys act like WASD. So that's a neat feature. And then you can also press FN and Q, and it'll give you a different speed on the keyboard. It's not a whole lot, but it is nice for some people. Overall, really nice keyboard to type on. I just wish the backlight had a better function than just aesthetics. But for the price, you can't beat this keyboard and mouse combo set. It's a really nice one. I like it better than my Razer Lycosa because I don't think the keys feel as mushy. So for $30, it's worth it.